morning, everyone. Welcome to Toad TV. Cheers.
Cheers. Tea time. Trying something new, hoping that construction and wildlife will not interfere too much. And we're podcasting outside,
Yeah.
if you couldn't tell.
My tea, I just finished making it, so it's still a little bit warm, but it feels good going down.
It's a nice crisp fall morning.
Yeah.
I seem to have a curl.
It is absolutely amazing how quickly we went from last Thursday where we were so hot.
Right.
And now it is full on fall.
Yeah.
And it's less than a week later.
My mind is cleared. It's lovely.
I know. I get very fuzzy-minded when it's really hot and humid. It's when it gets really, really bad, I just can't think.
Yeah.
So anyway, welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
And we are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow. And I would do this, except I didn't create that. Mother Nature did. So we'll give her proper due. Sorry, it's so good. I am doing Sangria Zinger by Celestial Seasonings.
And I am doing buttermint by Twinings.
Okay. All right, so. Okay. Very quickly, just a couple of quick questions. We had some questions about yarn pairings that we will be doing later in the week, but Carlin Lanner says, what needle am I using on the habitation throw, and is it fingering weight yarn? Yes, it is fingering weight yarn, and I am using a 7 for mine.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And I love the way it looks.
Oh, I do too.
I really like the way it looks for me. So.
But she's a tight knitter, so if you're more on gauge or looser, you probably want to come down.
Yeah, I think she calls for a 6, and
I was going to
a
say
7.
because I would do mine on a 6.
Right.
7 would be too loose, a gauge for me in fingering weight.
Okay. So Jackie Smith says she was asking about the NYX. She's decided to go a little bit bold because she was pretty sure the pink was going to work with NYX, with the red, and the white is a little bit safer, so she wants to go bold, but she wants to know, is it fingering or DK?
It's fingering weight, and it's kind of her on the pattern. It's a little hard to understand what exactly she's looking for because she says 3 balls and 2 balls, but they're 50-gram balls that she's using. So whatever your main color is going to be, so if red's going to be the main color, you'd need 2 hanks of red and just 1 of the pink, and obviously vice versa if pink is the main.
Okay.
Because she uses, it's like 575 yards of the main.
Seagulls flying overhead.
Those are big birds. And
they're looking for their goldfish. Helen puts out goldfish crackers for them, and they come through and they're looking. No.
Anyway, so it's 575 yards of the main one, and then 383 of the contrast colors. So you will be fine with 1 hank of the contrast.
Okay. And is this one that you can continue going and make it as big as you want?
I don't know. I haven't gotten as far as the pattern yet.
Okay. Okay. Mary has the charity Hugs Through Shrugs, and she reminded us that you can also use your leftovers to make little superhero capes for bears that they donate to hospitals where children are sick, and they make shrugs or shawls for the mothers, but they always have a packet for the kids as well, and they're teddy bears with superhero capes because kids who are going through cancer and who are really sick like that are superheroes. So if you would like to do that, her website is Hugs Through Shrugs, and you can go and find her and get the pattern and everything for that, and she would be greatly appreciative of anything that you can donate for that. And then SAF, we have SAF coming up.
Yes, SAF is a southeastern animal and fiber fair.
Yeah.
It's usually the weekend after Rhinebeck. 2 weeks after Rhinebeck? No, the weekend after Rhinebeck.
Weekend after Rhinebeck. We have, I think, 15 birds. You refilled the flowers.
Yeah, I did that yesterday.
We have these metal flowers in the backyard that have a spot in the middle for birdseed, and the birds are all over them. I'm like ADHD child.
That's why we
I'm
don't
sorry.
podcast outside.
Because Maribeth's just like, oh, look.
I'm the same way because I'm like, oh, look, seagull.
Anyway, Saf, go ahead.
SAF. So it's usually the weekend after Rhinebeck. We get back from Rhinebeck and almost have to leave right away to go down to North Carolina for it. Obviously, we're not doing it this year. SAF is not being held this year. So since SAF's not being held this year, Chelsea from Cottontail Farms in Virginia has put together a Facebook page, Missing SAF, and that's Missing SAFF. So, she's going to be coordinating a virtual festival through that Facebook group the weekend of SAF, which I will put the dates down below because I'm not exactly sure what the...
And you can put the link for the
I'll put
Facebook
the
page,
Facebook
right?
page, yeah. So that's going to be right after Rhinebeck. Spike's going for the squirrels.
Spike's going for the squirrels.
So if you'd like to join us for that, we will have a live time slot. I think she's giving us sometime Saturday afternoon.
Right.
And we'll have other stuff, and she's doing giveaways on the Facebook page. What they're doing right now is trying to gain numbers on the Facebook page. So if you guys are at all interested, if you could just go in and join the Facebook group.
Right, because I think she's doing giveaways every certain amount of people who sign up.
Yeah.
So they're pushing for 400 now.
Yeah.
And they're doing a giveaway of 400. So we told her that we would donate some stuff for that.
Yeah, so just if you're interested at all, even just, not just to buy, if you just want to see who all the vendors are, because the vendors are starting to post there, just pop in and join the group.
Yeah. They're good people down there.
Yeah.
Really good people. So,
Yeah,
and we're really sorry that we can't go, because last year we had a really good time and met some people that we wouldn't normally get to meet.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think our staff is jinxed. Last year they had the Legionnaires.
Right.
This year there's Corona. Can't wait to see what happens next year.
Oh, jeez. Okay. And then I wanted to mention one other thing before we go into, we're going to show you some cross stitch today, but I wanted to mention one other thing. In our attempt to make Maribeth eat more vegetables,
We threw a whole bunch of egg and cheese at it.
we got the Magnolia table. This is volume 2. We also got volume 1, because really, can you get volume 2 without getting volume 1? Are you guys like me with cookbooks? I love having cookbooks. Anyway, our latest recipe to try. We tried her cabbage, and neither of us would touch cabbage before.
Right.
And now we have done it probably 5 or 6 times since then, because we like it so much. So we figured...
And it started because you went to the farmer's market and they had these great zucchini and yellow squash.
Right.
So Maribeth got them. And
So we decided to make a zucchini and yellow squash strata. And it calls for 7 cups of torn French bread, 4 large zucchini. We used 1 ginormous
Right.
zucchini. 4 large yellow squash. Again, we used 1 enormous one. Cheddar cheese, fontina cheese, Parmesan cheese, garlic salt, 8 large eggs, milk, salt, pepper, and parsley. We forgot to do the parsley. But everything else we had, we put it all together, and you let it sit in the refrigerator so that the bread soaks up all the milky, eggy goodness. This was really good.
it was really, really good.
Really good. I have
There's
a
a
note
lot of
on it.
There's a lot of prep ahead of time because you have to get it all ready to go and then have it sit for several hours.
Right.
So Maribeth did it around lunchtime yesterday.
Yeah, I started in the morning because you have to dry out the bread to begin with. So you put that in the oven and let that dry out. And then you have to cook the zucchini and the squash and then let that cool down for a good 30 to 45 minutes. And then you mix everything and let it sit in the fridge for a while. But I have a note, this was very good, we can do this again. So
It was funny because I really enjoyed, I love the zucchini. The squash was good, but it wasn't, and Maribeth was the opposite.
I like the squash. I really like the squash. So we now have a way of getting squash and zucchini into us on a regular basis. Also, if we ever feel the need to try and get more chocolate in our diet, there is a French silk chocolate pie, which
We're working on apple desserts right now.
We will be doing that at some point soon because I love French silk pie like that with chocolate.
And I will say this makes a 9x13 baking, the Strata 9x13 baking dish, and we probably have at least three more
Yeah.
meals out of it.
It serves
So-
8 to 10 people as a side dish. I think we're going to have it as dinner tonight. Leftovers for it's just we're just going to have the zucchini. So we'll break into it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But we have another zucchini, and I think we're going to do this soon. It's chicken piccata with roasted zucchini and Meyer lemons. So she's got some really, really good recipes
Yeah.
in here. So I'm very excited about this. We got this a while ago. We're just slowly working through it. Again, once the heat breaks,
Yeah.
it makes it so much easier and makes me want to cook.
Right.
Okay, here we go. So we thought we'd show you some cross stitch because we haven't done that in a little bit, and I actually have made some progress.
Yeah.
Now you've got 2, so why
I
don't
have
you show
3.
yours? You have 3. Okay, go ahead, show yours.
I have my main one, which I will do last. But then every so often in the mornings, I'll come out early, just grab a cup of tea and do some cross stitch. So I've been working on my Suffrage Act because time is running short. I want to get it done by Election Day. So I have, since you last saw it, I've added a so I'm
Can we get a
starting
little bit closer?
to add the letters on top, the Suffrage Act.
Oh, okay. Now I see where you are.
Proclaimed. So
Okay, she's talking about up here. It took me a bit to find it, but okay, there you go.
So that's that. Then I just, once I get the Suffrage Act proclaimed across the top, then I just have to fill in the bunting here and vote here. So not a tremendous amount. I'm hoping my color holds out, because if I have to order the color, that's going to slow things down.
What color do you need?
Black coffee.
Oh, that's the black coffee.
Well, this
Okay.
is a black coffee too. So.
Okay.
Should I do my next one too? Okay, and then one morning I came out and I couldn't find the Suffrage Act because God knows why. So I grabbed my Halloween Quaker by Leela's Studio. This is another one of my epic projects that I just pull out every now and then and do a little bit on. I have not done very much, but this is another one where I need the black coffee. That's how far I've gotten on that total so far. So I was doing this Quaker Star here and I ran out of black coffee, so then I did this one here, which is a darker black, and then I was bored with black, so I'm like, oh look, there's purple. I'm gonna do the hat.
Quick.
Right. So this is just going to be something that takes forever, and I just pick up every now and then and throw a couple stitches into it. So
Very cool.
because I love the finished product.
Yeah. I love the little pops of color in and amongst all the black.
Yeah. And some of the motifs. So, like the cats going around here.
And the
So-
crows going across
Yeah.
the middle.
So, just something new.
I have been doing my work on my Alice Carousel by Nimue, and that is what the finished product is going to look like. And there we go. So I've been filling in the middle part of the circle,
That's so cool.
and I've been getting quite a bit done. I haven't stitched in a little bit. I've been knitting, but I'm really very, very pleased with it. It's a very cool.
It is, and I love the colors. I love that red, all the reds.
Sorry, there's an ant walking across my thing. But yeah, no, I'm really.
This is why we don't go outside.
I'm really very, very pleased with it. And look how much further I've gotten. Because last time,
There you go.
I only had, the first 3 times I did it, I only got like the beginning of the lady's face that's going to be right here. And I never got past her. And look how much I've gotten done so far.
Yeah.
So I'm really very happy with this. so I'm continuing along.
So my main project is my Hade, the Heaven and Earth Designs. It's this Quick Stitch Secret Parade by Amy Stewart.
Okay, I don't know if you heard it or not, but the crows are coming in.
Yeah.
And the dogs are now taking them on. And really, my money's on the crows, so we have to get the dogs in soon.
So anyway, the crow agrees with you. So this is what
If
it's
you
ultimately
can get it a little bit closer.
going
There
to
you
look
go.
like.
That's good. That's good.
I am almost done.
The whole thing, haha.
No,
So, what are you almost done? Page 1.
I am almost done page 1. So this is my pattern, and I just everything highlighted is done. I just have that bottom corner to do.
Can you hear the seagulls answering
Yeah.
back?
So page 1 has been my learning curve of figuring out exactly how I want to do this, whether I'm doing straight rows, whether I'm going on the diagonal, in a hoop, in hand, blah, 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 blah. So
Final determination
final determination is on the diagonal, in a hoop.
in a Q-snap, no less.
Yeah. And parking within the diagonal. So I kind of do, it's a hybrid of cross-country diagonal parking because within the diagonal that I'm working on, I do everything in the one color at a time. And then I will park it where it will go for the next diagonal. And that is what's working for me. And just keeping an eye on making sure I don't block in any single stitches. So if I see a single stitch, I may park within the diagonal so I can get that one color done before I block it in,
Okay.
kind of thing. But so that's where it is. And when it kind of looks like when I look at it up close, I don't see the trees and that this is a tree with leaves and everything like that. But looking at it on the camera, you can kind of see
Yeah, I can see that
how
it's
it's the glowy
light
forest and everything.
coming in on the tree and
Yeah,
everything.
and you can see the different shades of brown for the
Right.
tree trunks here. So it's kind of looking like it's supposed to,
Well, that's good.
which is good. since
That's
I'm-
very good. Okay, can I see something? Okay, it's the white.
It looks like I've left out a whole bunch of
It
stitches,
does.
but it's white stitches. It's because every time I pick it up, I think the same thing.
All right, so here, before you do that, right here and right there, are those both white stitches too? Okay. They look a little indented, so it doesn't look
see.
like they're done.
There's a
Oh,
streak
right, okay.
of white
Oh, okay.
coming down. So you can see the streak of white right there.
Okay.
Which is encouraging because that means I'm closer to the fox than I think I am.
I know.
So,
Cool beans.
yeah. Though it's probably just right up here. I'm not close at all. That's a lie. But
I love the way with just the couple of different stitches, they get the dappling of the trees and everything.
Yeah.
That's so pretty.
so,
Okay.
yeah. Moving along, the pages, the order of the pages go across. So page 1 to like 9, I think, going across here.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna, for the next 10 years, going to be going across the top here.
Okay.
So
You're not gonna break out and go down.
no, I think as long as I'm good with it, I'll do the top because that's gonna, and then end with the fun stuff.
Right. That is
So-
true. Okay.
So I'm enjoying it tremendously.
So now, are you going to? Because I noticed you're almost to the end of your markings. Are you going to continue to mark off?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, I need the markings.
Okay. You can see that she's almost on the right-hand side to the end of her blocking it off.
I grid the fabric myself. So I just grid for the first page. So before I go on to the second page, what I'll do is I'll take it out of the Q-snap, grid out the
next set.
page because
Okay.
I'm using to grid it. I'm using the Pilot Frixion pens,
Frixion.
pens, They're the erasable pens, and they go away with heat. So when I iron it, they go away. But also with use, they get
It has stayed for what you needed, though.
it
so that's
stays,
good.
but it fades. So
Right.
that every so often it's like, okay, where's that line? So so I'll just I'll go in a grid again.
Okay. All right.
That is the state of the cross stitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that does it for us today.
Yeah.
We are the crows want us to go inside and get the
goldfish.
the goldfish because they like the goldfish too. So we are today putting together the Halloween advents.
Yes.
They are starting to get packaged. So they should start going out tomorrow. Look for your shipping notice.
Yeah. They'll go out through, start going out tomorrow, and then through next week.
Right.
So,
Anyway, we hope you guys have a wonderful day.
yes.
Enjoy this beautiful, beautiful weather. And
If you're out west, hopefully the weather is shifting a little bit and
Yeah.
they can get things under control. So,
yeah. Also down south where, Sally just hit. So
Yeah.
Hurricane Sally has hit. It's a good year for natural disasters.
yeah.
Anyway.
They had a video yesterday, somewhere in New Jersey, like traffic just stopped. People were getting out of their cars because they saw the UFO.
Right.
And it was just, I think normally everybody, driving along would just be like, oh, well, it's a blimp or it's something.
Right.
Not jump out of the car and be like, oh my God, it's a UFO. And I'm like, of course, it's 2020. We got
2020,
UFO. The
right.
aliens are here. It was a blimp.
It was a
But,
blimp.
yeah. So,
I know that New Jersey got hit with one of its strongest earthquakes. We don't
was
get
last week,
earthquakes.
yeah.
New Jersey doesn't get earthquakes. And
occasionally we'll get the aftershock, or we'll get
the tremors and
like,
stuff.
The only one I've ever felt was the one that came up from Virginia when we were in Red Bank.
Right.
But no, we had a 3-point something. I know. However, in our world, that's the end of the world.
For us, that was pretty big. All right.
Have a great day, everybody.
Stay safe, and we will see you tomorrow.
Go forth and create.
Bye.
Bye.